Now that we've sketched guidelines to place all of the features in approximately the correct place, the next step is to make those features look more like us. So we're gonna need our picture that we started sketching. We're still gonna need a pencil and eraser, but you might not need a ruler anymore. I'm gonna start off by adding my glasses. The way the portrait looks now looks like a person, but it doesn't look like me. If you have a little mirror to look at yourself, or maybe you can find a picture of yourself somewhere, that could probably be really helpful. Being able to look at the details while you're trying to draw them makes it a lot easier to draw. Everyone's eyes, nose, mouth, and ears don't look the same. And seeing what they look like in a picture or in your reflection can help you make them look more accurate. There are also many ways of drawing a nose. The way I draw the nose is I start at the eyes, and I start with the bridge of the nose in between the eyes. I come all the way down and curve at the bottom squishy part of your nose, and then the nostrils come out from the sides. Now I might leave it like this, but sometimes I also erase parts to make it look more realistic. I don't really like these two lines between the nostril and the nose. I want that to be one piece. Sometimes I erase a little bit of the bridge that goes up to the eyes. A lot of that depends on the light. If the light is hitting this side of the nose, well then I'll leave this line here and maybe even make it thick like a shadow, and I might erase this side because it's lighter. Or I might do the opposite if the light comes from the other side. It isn't vital that you include every single tiny last detail to draw a picture of yourself. When I draw a mouth, I typically focus on the expression of the mouth, the line in between the lips. So if I'm smiling a little bit, I might curve it up. If I were frowning, I might curve it down. A lot of times, I just draw it straight across. After I draw the mouth, I draw the bottom lip. I don't usually draw the top lip because it's not as visible as the bottom lip. Usually the bottom lip has a shadow underneath it because the light, most of the time the light is coming from above. So the light hits the lip and creates a shadow underneath. For the top lip, the opposite happens. The light hits the lip, so there isn't really a shadow to show up there. So I usually leave it blank. Sometimes I might draw this space that's in between, or this shape that's right underneath your nose. If you've ever seen a caricature drawing, they're done by focusing on the most important details, and the artist makes the portrait look like someone by emphasizing those important details that are unique to you. So rather than trying to draw every last detail, focus on the things that make you look like you, like your hairstyle, or jewelry that you might be wearing, or an expression that you make a lot. There are a lot of techniques for drawing an eye. If you have a technique or style that you like, stick with that. This is one way of drawing an eye. I start by drawing the top eyelid, and then I add the bottom eyelid. Inside, I draw the iris, which is the colored part of your eye, and I draw the pupil. You're always going to see the entire pupil because that's the hole that we see through. If it was covered, we wouldn't be able to see. For the iris, we normally don't see the whole iris. Part of it's covered up by the eyelids. Now that can change depending on the expression. To change the expression of the eye, we just alter the eyelids. We can make the eye closed more, which might look suspicious. We see the whole pupil, but we see even less of the iris. If you were shocked or scared or surprised, your eye might be open even more. So I curve the top eyelid higher and the bottom eyelid lower. This time you might see the entire iris because the eyes are open so large and the pupil is in the middle. After you finish drawing the details for your portrait, or if you need a break from the details for a little while, don't forget to add something to the background. For this portrait, we're going to add things to the background that help to further describe us in our self-portrait. So you might put things that you like, you might put things that you are interested in, or details that describe you in the background. Maybe your favorite place, or maybe your favorite sport, something like that. Because I like art so much, I'm going to add splatters of paint to the background, and they're going to overlap so that when I color them, there'll be lots of different splatters of colors filling the entire background. So decorate your background with a pattern or design that gives us more information about you to further make your self-portrait a representation of you as a person. With all the drawing complete on our self-portrait, we will finish it off by coloring it with an expressive color scheme. I'll see you next time. Bye.